I've talked about getting overwhelmed and overthinking and my anxiety, and when it hits me, I either want to save the world or be the one to set it ablaze and watch it all burn. Again, multitudes. I contain them. You've heard it here tonight. I was talking to Addison about this not recently, it was back in August, but again, I don't forget. But Addison and I do this fun thing where we moved here on August 20th of 2014. We're about to hit our 10-year mark in the city. We'll be true New Yorkers then. But every August 20th, we try to do something together, and somehow we ended up down by the water by Riverside Drive. And I was walking him through whatever given 1,800 scenarios I was working my brain through at that time, and I told him how when my panic disorder sets in, it's my brain immediately, electricity sparks, and each one of those little sparks and synapses has a different scenario of how things could go, and it shuts me down. And Addison's response, other than giving me very good advice, one of the first things he said was, well, I just don't know what that's like. I've never thought that way. And I think I responded with something along the lines of, that must be so nice for you. I did, didn't I? Anyway, so here's this song that encompasses that. You were my conscience, so solid, now you're like water. We started drowning, not like we'd sink any farther, and I let my heart go. It's somewhere down at the bottom, and I'll get a new one, and come back for the hope that you've stolen. I'll stop the whole world. I'll stop the whole world from turning into a monster, eating us alive. And don't you ever wonder how we survive. And now that you're gone, the world is ours. Jesse Timm, everybody. I'm only human. I've got a skeleton in me, and I'm not the villain. Despite what you're always preaching, call me a traitor. I'm just collecting your victims. They're getting stronger, and I hear them calling. And they're calling. The whole world, I'll stop the whole world from turning into a monster, eating us alive. And don't you ever wonder how we survive. And now that you're gone, the world is ours. You found your strength in solutions, but I like the tension, and not always knowing the answers. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose it. I'll stop the whole world. I'll stop the whole world from turning into a monster, eating us alive. And don't you ever wonder how we survive. And now that you're gone, the world, I'll stop the whole world. I'll stop the whole world from turning into a monster, eating us alive. And don't you ever wonder how we survive. And now that you're gone, the world is ours. Also, formal apologies. I skipped a huge break. I went right into that last verse, and Jesse immediately picked up on it. I was like, oh, it was a nice thing. Anyway,